It's April 20th, and you're tuned into the People's Patriot Project WeP3 Weekly Debrief. Right now, you're listening to WeP3 Radio, proudly produced in partnership with Reach Across America Radio. Together, we share a mission to remember the fallen, honor those who have served, and to teach the future generations the value of freedom. A freedom bought, paid for, and secured by the brave men and women who have worn our nation and local uniforms. Stay tuned for the WeP3 Weekly Debrief. Now playing on WeP3 Radio, Matt Williams, Heaven and Hell.
Yeah. You got it!
Thank you for joining in today with Andrea Eichmann and Mark Peterson of the People's Patriot Project for this week's WeP3 Debrief. Find out what our crew has been working on to help support those who have given some and all to the pursuit of liberty and freedoms across Minnesota and the United States. Watch, listen, and support as we create the beacon of hope and opportunity in today's society that needs its heroes. Are you a veteran, first responder, or a patriot looking for a place to put your skill set, your thoughts, and or want to help continue the mission? You have come to the right place. We are the People's Patriot Project, and we want to be the shock and awe when it comes to meeting the needs of our veterans and first responders. We are dealing with a new enemy in today's world where the wounds are not always seen. We want to be part of this mission in saving lives and making a difference. Welcome to the WeP3 Debrief. Here's Andrea and Mark letting you know the mission. And as always, Patriot Pride.
You got it!
Boom.
Hi, welcome. Monday afternoon. What's better than a Monday afternoon?
You mean
Everything
first
except
Saturday.
Monday from 8 to 4. Yeah, your first Saturday. I don't know, Peterson. Kids in my 8th grade they're off right now, and I don't know. It's been like the last 2 days of last week and today. They're just off. I don't know what's up with them.
What does that mean they're off?
Like they are.
Are you tattling on them right now?
I am. Like they're like giddy and wound up a little bit.
What if they were watching this right now? What would they say?
They would not disagree. Are
they eating any gummies or brownies?
What?
No.
She said they were all giddy and amped up. I mean,
Frank,
Yeah.
come on, dog. You can't insinuate those things. Come on.
Could be the Red
I was
Bull,
just asking.
coffee drinks, the they have
Coffee?
Friday off. I don't know. I don't know what it is,
And
but
they have those energy drinks.
they bring them to school even though they're not supposed to. Yeah.
Yeah, those aren't good for kids.
No, they're horrible.
Are
Even
they
Gatorades.
doing, and I just heard about this stuff today. I don't know anything about it. These squishy things or dumplings.
Yeah, the noobs, the little cubes that are full of jelly.
That's it? No, isn't there like these specialty things you open up in a special little box, and now they're like kind of like sports cards now and the reveals and stuff? I don't know. Kids were talking about
I don't
today.
know. Huh. Outside my realm, I guess. I don't get into that one.
Maybe. I don't know. It is what it is.
These things they call noobs because they're like cubes and they're squishy cubes.
Those are kind of heavy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you get whacked with one of those, you like stuff is sideways.
And when they break open, because every kid, that's kind of the goal is poke, pull, prod, because you can. Anyway, when they break open, they have the gel inside of them, which is great when it stays inside. When it comes on the outside, it'll peel paint off walls. It's ridiculous.
Very first thing you type into Google, you type in squishy, and it comes up dumpling. Now, I always thought a dumpling was something you ate, but these are not things that you eat.
Those are the things, yeah.
Those are them?
Nido, yeah. Yep. The dumplings.
Everybody's talking about that Nido stuff.
What?
I thought you said yours were cubes.
Well, if you Google, so like when I typed that up, I typed in a squishy. The dumpling is just the shape of them. There's cubes, there's sharks, there's whatever this thing is, a taba. There's bananas. Oh my gosh, I had some kids that had bananas a couple weeks ago. They're shaped like Slurpees. They're glittery. They're squishmallow. They're all over the place. They're all kinds of stuff.
They're like, from what I understand, I don't know anything, but they're like the Beanie Babies of the 90s.
Well, I was going to say the pet rock of the
1912, back when you're in high school, Frank?
Yeah, pet rocks.
Back when you're at the old post?
Yeah, I could take them in on my horse, a whole saddlebag full, and pass them out, and everybody thought it was great.
Did like you and George Washington like float the Potomac together, or is that?
Yeah, but he wouldn't let me in his boat. Damn guy. I felt like taking the oar and giving it a good whack in the back.
Whoa. I don't think you can do that.
Oh my. Okay, I got it. We got to talk a minute. So first of all, a squishy is a soft, yielding, and often damp material, easily compressed or deformed when pressured. And then it goes back to its shape. And why is everybody buying it? It's a trend due to viral TikTok, Instagram satisfying videos, high quality, durable textures, and a desire for affordable stress relief. Nido, I just got to tell you that in my town, you can't get a Nido because they're all sold out.
That's what apparently this is just people I hear, and I'm like not interested, but apparently like Five Below sells them too, which I've never been in a Five Below ever in the history of life, but apparently they keep them locked up and you're only allowed so many at one time. Because
they're the stupidest thing on earth. I'm sorry. They do. They literally peel the top of your table off when they break open. And that is the goal of every 8th grader that has one, is to break it open and then do this because it's just all sticky. And then wipe it on the desk. And then 2 days later, you're peeling the top of your table off. Sorry, not sorry. But anyway, hey, welcome. I already put up our WeP3 radio link because I know we were listening to some Matt Williams at the beginning. And before that, I think was Jen Ford, if I was catching one of her songs there. This is Frank, Mark, and Andrea. Frank, Mark, and Andrea. Here, I know I'm trying to like.
Frank does this to me every week. You don't know what he's doing.
Frank's actually over here.
What party did you belong to back when you and George were hanging out? Were you a Federalist, an anti-Federalist, or a Democratic Republican?
I was an oarsman.
That's not a party, Frank.
It wasn't a party. You're right. It was cold, and all he did was stand up on the end of the boat and wait for a picture to be taken, so he looked important.
Jeremy, you're like a psychic. What the heck is going on?
What does that mean? I don't even.
So this is our debrief, Jeremy. This is what we do on Mondays. We come to talk about what the People's Patriot Project is up to, what's going on, what we've been doing. I got to tell you, we've got like a $450 ask right now. We need to get a gentleman back from Louisiana to Vegas so we can get his stuff at the VA because he has.
Sorry.
Because he needs a way to get there. So we're looking at a bus ticket and some eating and sleeping kind of money for him. And yeah, so that's what we got. That's our very most recent. That was like 4 minutes ago. I got that one. And then, yeah, here's what we do every week at 16:30. We come in. We do throw out a big old thank you to you guys, our guests from last night. How is it that every week we are so spoiled by our amazing guests? It is amazing. And then I want to say, hey, to the Godfather, Mr. Derek Iozio, who is out there supporting our newsletter, supporting our daily functions, and supporting those who have served with his peer support groups and coffees. And you just got to meet the guy. Man, he is one amazing guy. He's there for you. And honestly, like I go to him with little things like, Derek, what do I do about this person? And where did that person go? And do you think I should do this? And so thank you, Derek, the Godfather, for keeping us under your wing and keeping us on the straight and narrow.
You're taking my job. Stop it.
Dude, you were a little slow on the draw. We got Operation Texas Strong. You guys, the Krutzingers, Peggy and Bobby, they are out there collecting used RVs, and then they take some veterans off the street and that are looking for a home, and they put them in these RVs and they put them in the campground and they give them a home. And now they got a little store that goes with it, and in that store they can get supplies and decorative things for their new homes. Peggy and Bobby, we love you. You are amazing. And then we've got our friends, Mr. Jonathan Wills and Mr. Stephen Rainwater. And they are, okay, I got you on that one too, Peterson.
You rotten sock.
They are the business growth engine. And you guys, we have so many cool things. There's so much. I couldn't even tap the first layer last week. There's just so much in our Nelson planner, connector, doer, functioner, scheduler. Like Nelson is amazing. My first endeavor is going to be to try to figure out how to send musicians to sign themselves up. This is so cool. Thank you, Mr. Rainwater, in bringing us Jonathan Wills, who is also like the voice of reason. A lot of times, Jonathan knows a lot about a lot of things. Music, radio, planning events. What is endveterandebt.org. Now hear this. Good. Thank you for sharing that, Jeremy Daniels. Jeremy's got a story and you need to check out his story. And Jeremy's got a voice. And if you haven't heard his voice, you need to hear that voice. And thank you for sharing that, Jeremy. Much appreciated. Endveterandebt.org. I love it. I love it. So there you go. That's what we got going on. We still have Joe Mish with his temple massager as well. So check out Mr. Mish. I put a link right in here. You type in WeP3 and you get a discount. It more than covers your shipping. A lot of times I have the
graphic anymore.
What?
You don't even have his
I think
graphic
I stuck
anymore.
it. Yeah, I stuck it in the other folder, I think. Let me just look. Temple massager. There we go. 20% off with code WeP3 at www.templemassager.com. Thank you, Joe. Wahoo! All righty then. Do we need to get back to our stage though? Is that a thing? Hang on. You're there. Okay. All right. So back to Jeremy. Just do another post. Oh, Dylan popped in. Hi, Dylan. I'm reading your messages. I appreciate that. Sorry I didn't take your call. We'll get that all figured out soon. Dylan Petrie, the new Vice President of Functions at the People's Patriot Project. Confetti. Woo.
Where's the
Dylan.
horn? Hey,
There it is.
we're
There.
back.
All right, you guys. Hey, I do have to say, can I say this too? I'm talking about amazing things we do. You guys, we are trying to figure out all of our social media, not all at once. So don't expect great things happening all at one time. Can you do this though? When you get a chance, can you go to YouTube? Go find the People's Patriot Project, like and subscribe. Subscribe, please. We need subscribers. We want to turn that into just kind of a way to get out the word and to share all these individuals and all these groups and all these music and artists that we bring in. We need to share all of it. We really do, to get the word out there. And if we can just get more people subscribed, then we get a bigger reach and we get some more things given to us in that way. So social media as well. If you know anyone out there who wants to figure out TikTok for us, give us a call. We'll take someone.
Apparently, you need to figure out Instagram too.
Dude, I can't. Did you not get it figured out last night?
No.
That
I
didn't work.
politely said thank you to Frank because Frank wants to help, and
I
it's.
thought you guys would get that figured out.
Damn.
I think
darn.
I feel like
darn.
the version, maybe, I don't know if this is accurate. I feel like the version I have is broken. That's what I feel. But I don't know. I
Broke the version.
Is there any way to contact Instagram?
yes, I'll call him right now.
Meta.
I mean, don't they have a help thing or something?
I think they got a chat bot. I Googled it. I mean, we can try it again sometime. Maybe.
I don't know, man. I can do it on mine, but I couldn't tell you why I can and you can't.
It's the version.
I don't know.
It's going to be my new excuse. It's just the version that I
Is that
have.
what it is?
It's a broken version. All right, you guys. We had the big episode 301 last night. Frank, I missed the end of the news last night. What happened?
You missed what?
The end of the news. What was the end of the news?
I can't believe this really happened.
Yeah.
That was the ugly big birds that nobody likes, but now everybody likes them.
The Woodcocks.
Yes.
Isn't there a
My
coach?
older cousin used to tease us younger folks and say he was going to take us woodcock hunting. He told us we had to bring a bag and run around and make noise so we could scare him so he could shoot him with the BB gun.
And then
Did you do that?
Well, sure we did. He was older than us. He knew. But he was just messing with us.
Is that legal? Are they endangered?
Well, they would have been if they would have come close to us.
Yeah. Yeah. That sounded like the song from last night.
I actually saw that on the news the other day. Those
Really?
birds.
They're an odd looking bird. They're not normal, but
Interesting.
So last night on episode 301, we had Miss Rebecca Gundrum of Trigger 22. She's got a system for her that gets information out. She's got her therapy dog that she takes around and puts it out in the world for people to see, be involved with, and do. She makes clothing, or I don't know if I'm saying that right, because it's more like
merchandise.
she's created a line of T-shirts that shares the message of Trigger 22. She's got a story that she's dealt with and worked through PTSD, and is wanting to lessen the suicide rate of our veterans. She started this business many years ago. She's a 20-year-old Navy, 20-year Navy retired. There's help, there's resources, there's hope. Her big focus is in letting people know that there's a hope in their life. And she gets to do some pretty. She's going to go to Washington, D.C. here soon, and gets the chance to speak on the floor. Purina is sponsoring her trip and has paid for everything for her to get where she's going. And I do think, now this is me, I think there were some pieces that were missing that weren't quite clicking, but she's compassionate, she's driven, she's going out there and getting the stuff done. She's boots on the ground with a passion.
Yeah, I wish her all the best.
It is a
Trigger
thing, you guys.
22.
People love their animals, and so, you know, once that connection is made with a service animal and their person, that bond is tight.
Well, I didn't want to ask the question, but we've had probably a dozen dogs since we've been married, and the inevitable happens. Well, what happens when a person's service dog goes over the Rainbow Bridge? Is there a way for a backup? Or, I mean, I didn't want to ask because I don't know what the answer is, and I don't do the gotcha thing. I would never do that.
Well, we've witnessed it before and we've seen it, and it is it's another step of processing for these veterans. And you know, this is an animal that helps soothe and take care of them, and then all of a sudden that stuff does happen. And I don't know that people take into account that these are the processes of life, but it's another level and another step of them having to deal with stuff. And it's not my favorite experiences in life. We've watched a couple of our veterans go through that, and there's no answer to that. I mean, it's like losing someone special in their life, and because they are. And
yeah, people that haven't had dogs don't understand. I mean, they're a member of the family. They're not like a member of the family. They 100%. Are.
It doesn't matter, and it doesn't matter if it's a therapy dog or any other dog.
Oh, yeah.
It's anyone's dog that have them in their life, man. That's what it is.
Yeah, well,
it's a family member.
Yeah,
and I think we've watched enough of our veterans and service members go through that. I think there's two kind of quick reactions. Is like you said, Frank. There's a backup, or there's a plan for that next pet. Or there's I don't want another pet. I don't want to do that again. Like you said, it's inevitable. And I do believe from the ones that I've seen or been close to, I feel that eventually changes when they can come to terms with we're not replacing Trigger. We are bringing another body, another canine into the picture in the hopes that they can mean as much.
Well, it's got to be. It's difficult for us. I mean, and we're not going through what they go through. But
right.
I don't know. Let's move on to the musical guest, because
enough of that.
I want to talk about Luke Morgan, our Marine Corps veteran, who is doing some fantastic things with his music. He's down in South Atlanta. I hope it's nicer than South Chicago. I'm sure it is. Can't imagine it being as bad or worse. But he played he played 3 different songs. He played one live. And the first song he played was called Shotgun. And this one, I don't know, I think I probably enjoyed this one the best because it talked about his grandfather and how he was taught to hunt and fish and do outdoor stuff while he was on his grandfather's farm. There's 120 something acres. And the shotgun story is about him firing a shotgun for the first time. and so his grandfather asked him if he wanted to shoot it, and he said yes. And so he said, okay, here you go. And he shouldered it like a rifle and ended up with a black eye, because that's what shotguns do. They kick. And that's what the song was about. And it's a really good song. I'd recommend it to anybody. It's very much worth listening to. The second song was called Gaslight, and he did this one live, and it was great. He performed very well live on our podcast, and a lot of times a musician that goes on live, it doesn't sound great because it's not what they're used to doing. But boy, he got on there and he played that thing and it sounded fantastic. And he said that it's getting a lot of play on media, and he refers to it as crazy making. He is calling out places this is being used, including the personal level. And I believe, was this the one that he said was a debut?
It was.
Yeah. So once again, our podcast, which is a great podcast, we have great musicians. Once again, we were the recipients of a debut performance of a song by an artist. And I enjoyed that one too. And the third song was called Man I Used to Be. And it's kind of something that us folks that are in middle age or a little older, we can relate to this because we're not exactly the man we used to be. And you grow up, you grow older, sometimes you grow smarter, but we all realize that we just can't do all the things that we used to do. And he said it's thinking about when his daughters get to the dating age, and he realized that would just push the daughter away if he was the man he used to be. So you try not to be the man you used to be and kind of cope with things as they come along. And that's kind of what I got out of it. And it was a good song. Which one did you guys like the best?
I was impressed with the live one. Only the sound was good. I appreciated the fact that each one of his songs really carried a different nuance and carried a different version, rhythm, right, whole thing. I mean, a lot of times when you listen to some musicians, that everything in their catalog has a nuance that and that's not a bad thing. I mean, when you listen to Morgan Wallen, you know it's Morgan Wallen because he's got the same vernaculars, he's got the same, in my opinion. And that, again, Jelly Roll, Jelly Roll right away just by his phrasing and some of his stuff. I felt like if you put any one of his songs out there, you would not necessarily know, and you would have to, who is this? And I like it. I liked him as a person. I mean, he seemed like a genuine, good old boy, dad, just coming off the baseball field, ready to rock and roll, committing to life and committing to him and his world. And I don't know. I liked him.
Yeah, he's good person.
We don't have Gaslight, but we've got the two others. Which one are we going to put up today?
Do I get to choose again?
Someone needs to choose.
Shotgun.
I like Shotgun too. Yeah.
All right.
Shotgun. So next week we do have two guests. I believe these are in Peterson's catalog.
Can I interrupt real quick just because
Yes.
you got it here? Here's Mr. Morgan and his current schedule of where he will be in the real near future. If you're around, this is his May schedule. And we're going to do our best to promote and keep his stuff rolling and doing that. Sorry to interrupt.
No, that's all right. I said Porch Fest. It's kind of small on my screen. I thought it said Peach Fest. I was like, oh, going to that one. Go into that. Next week's guest, you guys, we've got two new. Jamie's not necessarily new. We have Noelle Mitchell, and she is coming on to talk about Rebuild the Brave. And she's been kind of quite active down there. And then we've got Jamie Peacock bringing his music, and he's been here before. Episode 302. I think this is going to be pretty fun again. She comes with a lot of energy, and the music will be way good. Did Jamie? He didn't do live last time, did he? I don't think.
Well, he's not really doing live this time either. He's already sent me his music. He's already pre-recorded his stuff. A little different, but he was with another band last time, and he remembers, and I can't remember Spencer's last name. He's drumming out there. In fact, he was down in Florida was it Florida? Where was Arnell at? She just did an event with Gaskin.
Yeah.
And they just had an event, and Spencer was with them, and Malachi was with them, and I don't know all the people that were there, but
Yeah. I saw all those posts too. I can look. Who knew there were so many peacocks out there? Jamie and James Peacocks. I just Googled, but anyway.
yeah.
Anyway, let's go find Pamela. Look at that. Look at that list. Scotty Frazier, Texas T.
Oh, that's right. Scotty was with them.
Valerie Hughes, Ty Warner was with them. Blackbird Rain was with them. Malachias, Amanda Kimbrough, Jesse Miller, Angel Compton.
No
Blackbird.
fire jets.
Nope, no fire jets. Did you say Blackbird Rain?
Yeah, Blackbird Rain. Don't know that one. Tennessee Redemption Church. The Texas T Family. Huh. What do you know? Mission for Soldiers. And it was in, actually, they left Laredo. They left Fort Lauderdale, went to Laredo. Did they do some traveling?
Yeah, that's a long haul.
Oh, 2 states. So it was Florida and Texas. Good grief.
Laredo's all the way down on the border.
Yeah, it's cool. Very cool. So that is that. Pamela just led me into too many different things. So yeah, Jamie Peacock, Noelle Mitchell with Rebuild the Brave. We've got our Ruck coming up. You guys, we have this online auction. Right now, we're still we're looking for people to kind of pre-shop. Another week, Sunday night. Yes, indeed, Mr. Bill Cook. sending out wood product orders, and Phil has already donated to the auction. And you can go check out the stuff that's on there. You can send donations. I put an email out there. Catherine will take your emails. If you have questions, it says email me. The email you want to send it to is following right here. I'll send that. And then just be ready when it goes out. Like I think we've got some trips. We've got some personal things. We've got some very beautiful artistic. Phil and his woodworking and his prints. Phil is multi-talented artist. So you guys, there's a lot of cool. We have some books. We have books out there by our in-house author, Mr. Frank DeMith. And then I just had Miss awesome. Thank you, Phil. Miss Kimmer Gwinner. Miss Kimmer Gwinner is sending, I think she was sending them to you, Peterson, a collection of her signed poetry books. So we got a lot of cool stuff coming out.
Do you want the books sent to you guys, or do you want me to ship them out when people?
I think you can keep them and ship them out. Yeah, rather than send them twice, let's do it like that.
Yeah.
Like some people don't want to do the display and take pictures and make them look cool. I'm not saying I do, but I got some help here that, we'll get them ready to put on the auction. But if you want to do some, Catherine can work with you on that one too. If you have some things, if you need help with display or anything on those things. Perfect.
Oh, I got some good news.
Yeah.
I misread. Well, it's me, so everybody will understand. I misread the entry form for the author of the year.
What?
And they had the deadline as the 15th of April. Well, that was just for submission for the author of the year. The voting for author of the year goes until August. So I'm going to be sending that out again on my social media stuff. But if there's anybody who's interested that wants to join in, I'll provide a link where they can vote if they'd like.
Yeah, do that, please. I took it off our sheet here because I thought that had expired.
Yeah, well, that's why I wanted to bring it up, because it's...
Yeah, it's not on here.
Sometimes it sucks getting old, but...
Oh, yeah, there's the we still have the nomination thing.
Yep.
On here, but not the voting one. Okay, cool. Yep, we will get that back out there. Good deal. How many times can you vote between now and August?
You can only vote once. And when they vote, they have to make sure, after they click my name, that they type in Defending the Eagle, because that's the book that it's under. If you type in the first book, it won't get credited.
Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, Defending the Eagle. And then you say one vote, but I have like 8 email addresses, right?
You can try any. I'm not going to tell anybody how to peel the banana, but
right. I'm not going to say that I have a very captive audience of 150 13 and 14-year-olds every day as well.
Hey, as long as they have an email address.
Why do we have all these votes from ISD.com, ISD.org?
Anybody can vote. There's no age limit. You just have to have an email. So that's how it works.
Bill, okay, I feel the same way. I would never suggest that to my students. Sometimes I tell them what I'm doing, or they watch the show and they ask about things. I'll be like, yes, if you want to vote, go vote, right? But I never would be like, even when I play like one of our episodes in school, sometimes I'll have it on in the morning or something, because I love doing it on Monday mornings. We only say the Pledge of Allegiance on Monday mornings. And so I like to show them like our our Star Spangled Banner song that we play from Debrief, and they'll come in and Phil, I would not be suggestive like that. Look at that one. Oh, sorry. Yeah, look at that one.
What does that mean? What I miss?
Voting for
author of the year.
Huh.
I'm gonna send it in. I'm gonna see if I
Well,
can
you know that my books always get tagged as fast-paced and military, but people forget the immigrant part of the books, and that's the biggest point I wanted to get across to people is the impact and the contributions immigrants make to our country. So I'm not popular enough to get people focused in the right direction. I mean,
but
if
I feel
was
like that would be a good
if I was Miss Taylor Swift, I'd have 2 million votes.
Right?
And it wouldn't matter if it was a picture book of my last concert tour.
Just get them because you're T Swift.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's you'd think that'd be a platform would be teachers and history buffs and military. We have a substitute, a long-term substitute down the hall, and he was in the Navy, and he was walking out today at the same time I saw he had a book. Now I can't think of the title though, but it was a military one. He said it's a book club. It's a book club one, and I'm like, if you want to read some military books, like I have a lot of because we have a collection from the people that have been on the show, like Ryan Hendrickson and Tip of the Spear. I did go to Frank DeMyth right away because I have the first and second ones of Frank's. But I told him, I'm like, I'll bring you some books that I've collected, so I know the authors actually. And that's kind of cool.
Well, it's like I said before, I found out the hard way that it's easier to just give the first book away than to do the advertising and marketing.
Yeah.
Because, and that's expensive.
So like, I bet the music artists get that too. Lots of sales pieces in there. That craziness. Craziness. I don't know if you guys get the idea that we enjoy what we do. It's not necessarily enjoyable all the time. Like trying right now to navigate and figure out how to get a bus ticket and some food and motel dollars to someone down there in he's near Baton Rouge, I think. I don't recall off the top of my head. But it is overall satisfying to do this, and we know why we get to do this. This is a thank you to the service members and first responders that have committed their time, sweat, blood, limbs, family, and life to give us the freedoms that we have that allow us to do what we do daily. It allows us to teach daily, Peterson. Aren't we lucky? It allows Frank to have 6 Saturdays every week.
Yep.
Right? And I know Frank
and one Sunday.
And there's no taking it for granted. Frank knows why and how he gets to do this. Right? Never.
Yep.
There's one story on the internet, of course, on the social media that I absolutely love, and it's in the teaching world. But it's a class where the students all come in one day and there's no desks. And they talk about, do you deserve a desk? How'd you earn a desk? What'd you do? What did you do to deserve a desk? Well, we just get desks. And he's like, why? Why do you deserve a desk? Like, do you know there's schools that don't even have a floor? And why do you deserve a desk? Around the world. And he tries to get his point across. And then they are like, we really want. And then he has service people come in, carrying those desks in. And he says to them, see these guys and gals, these are why you get a desk. Not why you deserve one, not how you earned one, but these guys are why you get a desk in your school. And there's more to it. It's a long story. That's kind of the short version. But I mean, I try to instill that when I taught 7th grade. I used to bring my little pamphlets every day about respecting and honoring the flag. Because kids don't know. If they haven't been taught, they don't know. And I get so angry at kids sometimes. But then I think, They need to be angry at their parents.
It's never been taught to them.
Right.
And we live in a world where we expect our kids to know, but it's not been taught. Our kids don't know that you shouldn't be a doo-doo. And the respect of a flag. We have conversations about this all the time about how we represent the flag. If you look at our intros and stuff, the flag is always black and white because of the level of respect, and then we bring it into color when there's nothing else standing against it, because that's what we believe. We don't use red, white, and blue in any of our graphics. I can get twisted on that a little bit. I don't think it's wrong, but there's rules that say you're not supposed to wear the flag as a clothing item and stuff like that. What do you do when you're at the Olympics and they're toting around the flag? I kind of want to see that, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But there's a rule, and who teaches it? Then there's just, I don't know. There's some just.
Well, here's one for you, Mark. How do you feel about folks doing the same sign of respect for America the Beautiful as the national anthem?
Is that the same sign of respect, or is it just doing it?
Oh no! If you watch the baseball games, they're starting to do it all the time. I think it's at the 7th inning or something, and there's everybody standing up. If they got a hat, it's over their heart. And
is that the expectation? Are they asking them to do that?
I have no idea.
I don't think they ask.
I think it's just a knee-jerk reaction, but
yeah.
If that's what you're led to do, I'm totally fine with it. But the piece that it's been a couple months now. We were at an event, and the national anthem. What was it? Was it football games that day or something? I can't remember what was on the big screens, and I was standing up because the national anthem was being played, and a guy started trying to talk to me, and I said, I'm going to give me a moment here while I do this. And he's like, oh, sorry. It kind of was sad. Oh, because he worked for the Minnesota Vikings. So it was a Saturday. Yeah, but I was just like, and again, am I angry at him that I do have a different nuance if I'm not like publicly in the space of the song, but I really do. Every chance it plays, probably drives my family nuts because I do it at home. I do it in the truck. I do it all the time because it just, for me, if we let go of that level of respect, then what was the purpose in being part of all of it? And again, by no means am I was never, I'm not a combat veteran. I spent my 14 years, but I didn't see combat. So I can't say I fought for the flag. Would I? Yeah. That's why I was in. I just happened to be in that kind of the sweet spot between the Vietnam and Desert Storm, and that's just the way it works.
I wonder if they still require trucks to stop on posts during retreat.
They do. They're supposed to.
Well, I know they're supposed to, but I wonder if
who's going to stop it? If you don't see it and hear it, who's going to stop you and say, "Oh my gosh, you didn't do retreat"?
Well, most of the time they got it blaring everywhere, so it's kind of hard to. I guess it's possible, but
I've been on a post when retreat's been played. I've watched what happens. Does everyone do it? No, not everyone does it. Does everyone understand it? No. I don't remember retreat happening when I was in basic. I don't ever remember that.
Yeah.
Do you know? I'm going to do a quick search.
Well, it did when I was in basic.
Ooh, well, that was.
And most of the time we were in formation when retreat happened.
He was just taking a shot at your Washington days again. Sorry. Your general Washington days, Frank. It's just the bugler then, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I will say from the civilian point of view, I get a little mushy spot in my heart when so I've been at tons of sporting events with my kids, right? Tons of them. And so at our high school up here, we have the big walking track around the outside. I get very mushy when walkers, because they buy their pass and they come every day and they walk. But when the national anthem starts and they all stop, because not everybody does that. They're like, no, I paid to walk. I'm going to keep. So when they're not part of the event, but they still stop, I think that's amazing because they're up above what's going on. And then there was a time when I taught, I don't know if it would happen in my school, but I was teaching up in West St. Paul. And I got to tell you, their school is almost 50% diverse. And it's like a travel through community of people from all populations around the world. It's very much Southeast Asian, Mexican and Latino, like all over the world kind of people. And it's also like economically the high and the low demographics as well for money. Anyway, I think it was a wrestling match I was at, which put another little piece of pride in my heart, but their music system was just not working. It was just not working. And so the football players had come in, or basketball had come in. Now, I don't know if I was at volleyball or if I was at wrestling. Now I'm confused. Anyway, a boys team had come in and they were all in the bleachers. And the I think it was wrestlers stood up and we were all waiting and it didn't start. So that sports team, the basketball or football team, just started singing and everybody joined in. And I was like, oh my gosh, these are kids. These were kids that did that. And that, like, to me, speaks volumes about there's hope for our future. Now, that was 15 years ago. So is that still there? I don't know. COVID did a number in my area where I live. I don't know if the same respect is there. But anyway, it is very enlightening and very heartening when something like that happens and people just pick it up and go out of the respect for what should be done, you know?
It does say all posts do it, but it does say that there was a time where maybe the audio systems did not, and they try not to put the retreat in areas where you are doing initial trainings because of your general activity during the day.
Sure.
Well, in 77, they played it.
Is that when you retired?
That's when I went through basic.
Poke, poke, poke.
No, I wasn't 77 when I retired.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
I have an animal in my house that's driving me nuts right now.
Your boss needs something right now. I can hear it.
Well,
Is he trying to find another animal?
no, I think that problem has been solved, but that's.
You think so?
You know, you can try to find that fox from a few weeks ago and have him sent up your way. The one from Britain who
Right.
flew over in a plane.
It needs a mate. Put it with the good mouser.
Yep.
What's next? What's up? What we got?
I think I spoke my piece. I'm good. We don't have anything else. The first week in June, we have that thing in Rosemount.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, that's coming up. That'll be here before we know it. I hope I wake up tomorrow and we're there. Just saying. That's it for me. Frank, you got anything else?
On June 6th, D-Day, I'll be in Lowell, Michigan,
Lowell.
doing a book presentation and signing
Yay.
for D-Day.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm really honored to do that one. They invited me in particular to be there for D-Day.
Nice. Very nice.
Well, then, with that being said, come check us out this Sunday for another episode of We Got Your 6 to 6, as Andrea had said earlier, with our new friend Noel Mitchell of Rebuild the Brave and our good friend Jamie Peacock, debuting his own personal line of music. And we have, ending this day, Mr. Luke Morgan with, you guys said shotgun, right?
Yes.
Shotgun. Patriot Pride.
Ain't too much it'd make me fight these days. Mess with my family, see this man change. House is guarded by my old 12 gauge. Boy, best stay out beyond my gates. South of the Tennessee line, it was hard-working Jesus on 125. Learned how to fish, learned how to fight, learned some respect for the red, blue, and white. Yes, I did. Back down there, deep in them woods, my granddaddy taught me how to shoot this good. He said, aim a little lower than you wanna hit. Better be ready, cause that shotgun's gonna kick. Take it in the shoulder, try to be a man. Only get one chance, only take one stand. Left that day with a fat lip. Better be ready, cause granddaddy's shotgun kicks. Granddaddy moved back behind them pearly gates. I remember all the words he said. Teach my boys to revere his name.